He's a senior, 18 years old. He's going to be in the heavyweight championship. And he's going to face Tim Carmin of Delavan-Darien. 30 victories, no losses, and a tie. He's a senior, 19 years old. The heavyweight or unlimited class, the last match from the state championships tonight.
Both young men are in blue, Marsh. Perhaps the best way to tell them is Tim Carmin from Delavan-Darien has a dark-colored headgear on. He has a blue headgear with white stripes, whereas the young man, Guy Duffy from Watertown, has a white headgear on and has the two stripes down the side of his uniform.
And the W on the front of his shirt.
Right.
All right, two outstanding heavyweight wrestlers. See if you can follow this. Duffy was the Oshkosh North sectional runner-up last week, but was pinned by Todd Sawyer of Neenah, and Carmin pinned Sawyer in the semifinals this afternoon. Common opponents mean anything. Carmin should come out on top in this match, but who knows? Carmin unbeaten, he has one draw. Guy Duffy has lost twice.
One other obvious difference is size. Guy Duffy is considerably bigger than Tim Carmin, perhaps by as much as 100 pounds, the young man from Watertown. This is going to cause Tim Carmin, I think, to change his strategy a little bit. You can't just go in and go under a young man of this size in an attempt to get a leg. You're going to have to work to the side if you plan to score on him.
48 seconds remaining in the first period in the heavyweight class. Guy Duffy of Watertown beat Jeff Plaitzer of Brown Deer 7-3 in the quarterfinals, and beat Tim Crumry of Mondovi 6-6 overtime 4-3 in the semifinals. Tim Carmin, decision Paul Roth of Appleton East 8-5. That young man, Paul Roth, was about 345 or 350 pounds. He had a tough time with him. And he pinned Todd Sawyer of Neenah, as I mentioned, in the semifinals at 326. The Watertown coach, Dick Takano, 6 years. The coach at Delavan-Darien, Don Tisch, who is in his 14th year. 2 experienced coaches, 2 experienced wrestlers.
Might be interesting to note that the assistant coach at Watertown, Chuck Werschnig, was a state champion heavyweight at Watertown High School and was about the size of Guy Duffy, a very large man.
There is no score after the first period. Both wrestlers on their feet. That is Duffy in the down position. The advantage, Tim Carmin to start the second period. Duffy spins out of there, gets a point, but Carmin is back after a leg, doesn't get it. They'll both be on their feet again.
Guy Duffy has amazed me during the entire tournament with the mobility that he has for a man of that size.
Excellent speed for a big man. He's also a 2-year letterman in track and football. I don't think he's a sprinter. He's probably a weight man.
Good guess, Marsh.
The Delavan-Darien Comets, represented by Tim Carmin.
Oftentimes the heavyweights put a little pressure on the officials because you can't really call, but referee Dick Fish just did. He says, I don't care if you guys are heavyweights, that's 1 point apiece. I want you two to wrestle.
2-1. Guy Duffy leads it. 1:20 remaining in the second period. Heavyweight class.
I think I'd wrestle it about like Tim Carmin is. He's not made any mistakes yet, and I think that against a young man the size that Guy Duffy is, one mistake could be very costly. It may cost you the state championship right there.
Duffy's been wrestling for 4 years, and Carmin has been wrestling for 7. You know, that's one of the keys to success in the high school wrestling program in Wisconsin, Coach, is that a lot of these young men get their start in the clinics in junior high school and YMCA wrestling, and then they continue it on through the high schools, and that's how established programs get state championships.
Very true, Marsh. And then there's the summer freestyle programs that so many of the young men are involved in. I know the River Valley boys and the Schofield boys were very active this past summer, and that makes for much better wrestlers.
And you know that wrestling is not dominated by any one area of the state. There are good wrestlers all over the state of Wisconsin. There are just as many in northern Wisconsin as there are in southern Wisconsin, if not more.
A true tribute to our high school coaches and the tremendous job that they've done.
When we started on Thursday, 175 schools were represented. So that just shows you right there that there were plenty of people from around the state in all the different areas that were here at the state championship. And right now we're down to 34 seconds in the second period. And that was a shot right there of Guy Duffy as they were taking a look at him. Stopping the action. Duffy leads it 2-1, second period. Ooh, look out. Off the mat. Oh, Carmin took him down and had him on his back.
That was a very, very close call. Tim Carmin's knee was just barely off the edge of the mat, and that might have been a 2-point move, and if it would have been in the middle of the mat, it might have been a 4-pointer, Marsh.
Carmin trails it 2-1, but he came close to scoring right there. 15 seconds remaining in the second period. The WIAA State High School Wrestling Championships live from the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse. We hope you're enjoying it. Good move that time by Duffy. Tries the trip. They're off the mat. 6 seconds.
That's another mistake that you don't want to make. You don't want to be coming into someone the size of Guy Duffy.
Well, he'll use your strength against you.
Yes, he will, because of his great size, and it was fortunate for Tim Carmin that happened on the edge of the mat.
And that's the end of the second period. Duffy leads it 2-1. Guy Duffy of Watertown, an 18-year-old senior. Tim Carmin, he hasn't been beaten, but he trails right now. He's from Delavan-Darien.
Now the test is going to be whether or not Tim Carmin can get out from under that weight, and it looks as though, in fact, he reversed him, Marsh. He went all the way from the bottom to the top. That was a 2-point move, and that isn't easy on someone that size.
And we have a timeout. They're going to take a look at Guy Duffy again, who has a nosebleed. That was a very, very fine move by Carmin coming out. I thought he was going to get the one escape point and then the two for the takedown, but it was one continuous motion, and so it was just a reversal.
Tim Carmin didn't take any chances. He felt he'd pick up all that he could right then. And now, if he can control Guy Duffy, although Guy Duffy is very mobile for a big man and was able to come off the bottom earlier in the match, he'd win it 3-2. But I look for Duffy to come out of there. I'd be surprised if Carmin were able to ride him.
He's got to break him down. Guy Duffy now on the mat. Tim Carmin on top, and he does break him down. Just a reminder again that our coverage of the WIAA tournament.
Look out here, Marsh. He's got him on his back. There's some points there, and he may pin him there. He's in great position, and he's got 1 minute and 29 seconds left in this round, and I want to tell you, he's in position.
All right. Tim Carmin has Guy Duffy on his back. He's going to get 3 near fall points for sure. Can he hold him there? 1:15 remaining. We haven't had a fall yet. We haven't had a fall yet tonight in the championships. But we're as close as we're going to be. Oh, is Carmin putting on the pressure right now? Duffy can hardly move. I think we may see the fall. The referee jumps over the top to take a look. Now back again, trying to see if his shoulders are on the mat. 50 seconds remaining. There it is.
He did. He called the fall, Marsh. A great effort by Tim Carmin.
Tim Carmin of Delavan-Darien wins the state heavyweight championship by pinning Guy Duffy at 48 seconds of the third period. Oh, an excellent match. Tim Carmin showing great strength, and there he gets a hug by his coach, Don Teach. Outstanding performance by Tim Carmin. Place Mike Gallagher of Stoughton. The 4th place winner, Tim Crumry of Mondovi. 3rd place, Paul Roth of Appleton East. The 2nd place winner, Guy Duffy of Watertown. And the winner and the heavyweight champion for 1978, Tim Carmin of Delavan-Darien.